All right, so you join me today. As you saw in the last episode, I fiddled with the telephone module, and fortunately, it turned out that there was nothing disconnected there, which was a bit of a shame because I was hoping it was just the wire that was disconnected. We're going to be able to do it and sort all that out, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Any case, we learned something new, so not too bad. Today I'm going to have a go at removing the PCM to see if there's any wires disconnected from the back. Like I said, I read from the report where the mechanic had last looked at it. This was a few years ago. And it said removal of PCM and then disconnection of telephone CD changer thing. So I'm hoping I will be able to spot something in the back. Now, I've never obviously removed any of this. I did watch a video just before attempting now, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to do it. So fingers crossed. Yeah, let's see if we can actually fix this once and for all, because I spent a lot of money buying this Bose amplifier, a new one, and I've still got no sound. So I don't know where the problem is, and taking it to a specialist. Of course, so many, they all said basically they need to go on a fishing expedition to try and diagnose what the problem is. I don't have that sort of money to waste before they recommend a remedy or what to do potentially if they find out. So I'd like to go ahead and sort of do a few checks before potentially maybe going down, taking it to a specialist at some point. So I want to get a few things out of the way first for my own peace of mind and just see if I can fix it myself. All right, let's crack on. Okay, so I'm just gonna place this over here just to protect it from anything. And yeah, I brought not the right equipment, so I'm gonna attempt to try and pry the sides out and see if I can do it with a plastic and a knife, a table knife. So let me see if I can feel any sort of openings. So it's obviously tightened quite well. It's sort of gently prying it out. You don't want to be too forceful with it. So just gently, go around, just see if sort of sense any weak points and try and slowly pull. And it should sort of unclip because it's on clips. So you see here, it's already coming out. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I watched a video. I watched a video where the guy disconnecting a PCM just like mine in a 996, exactly identical to this, and there were two sort of Allen key sort of screws where you just put the Allen key in and you turn it clockwise and anti-clockwise in order to remove it. Now I can't, I'm trying to look, I can't find anything. I did have a look on the other side. What I did discover though is an alternative method. So it looks like sort of a latch. You just I saw one here. I'm still yet to check on this side, but you sort of press it down, and it's on a sort of a tension or a release thing. So you press it down, and this theoretically should come out. I'm gonna see if there's one on this side. But that goes to show me it's very peculiar and very interesting how all the models are different from one the other, even though they are the same. So it's peculiar. I don't understand, but anyways, I'm gonna see if there's in fact one on this side, and hopefully it'll be we'll finally figure out how to remove it. Okay, it's sort of awkward to work in this space. It's not very, so there isn't one here. I don't see one on this side, so only on this side. I can feel it as well. So let me go ahead and see if that's gonna work. I mean I'm not sure, but I think that's what its sort of job description is. Oh, job description, I'm not really sure if that's the appropriate word, but it just feels like, you know, you click down. All right, so as always, it's never quite that simple. So I've decided I need to take this off in order to get my hand round properly, because I'm being restricted with trying to pry out. So it's a little more tricky than I thought. So I'm just looking for the right sort of torque screw, whatever you call it. It's sort of this one. Luckily I found it amongst my ones. It's a T20, and I'm looking for the right head to put this on. I believe this will do. Okay, so let's have a go at removing this. A lot harder than I thought, just because the screws are not. Alright, so I've got one here, and let me just see about this one. Alright. There are small screws. Luckily I've got sort of this one I won't be able to really get with my hand. It's a very narrow bit where it's sort of put in. Oops. The last thing I need is something falling in this very small space. Alright, so this is what they look like. They're pretty small, and yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get it into focus. Yep, there you go. So it's pretty small. Alright, so now we're just trying to Okay, so I think just so for the sake of accessibility, we're gonna remove some of the wires here in the back. So what I'm gonna do is take a photo so I remember where everything goes, so I don't forget. I have quite a bad memory. So, all right. So let's see. There's one here. The yellow one here. It just should wiggle out. All right, so we are back trying to fix this. It's really frustrating. What's even more frustrating, I'll tell you what, I've been trying to figure this out since yesterday. So this is a new day in this video, and I'm still struggling to remove this. From what I could tell, from the videos I was looking at, there are apparently some sort of things you push down on, but I've only been able to locate one. I can only assume that the garage who had a look at removing this PCM a few years ago had broken them off and failed to mention it and just put it back in. So now I'm sort of stuck trying to figure out what to do. I tried to go to this place, Cartronics, and they were absolutely shite. They did not want to help me without booking the car in. I just simply said, if you can just, you know, just give me guidance as to how I can pull this out, because as you can see, it's already half out anyways. And they weren't helpful at all. So I'm back at home trying to see what I can do. I'm just sick of it. So I've decided to completely remove this so I can get a better grip. I've also want to remove this plastic bit that's housing the well, just this extra plastic bit. I want to try and remove it. I moved the screws, but it still doesn't want to have it. So I'll go ahead and just move some of these cables. I already took a picture of them yesterday. To here, I don't know if you can see them. They are these ones. So I want to try and remove them. I tried to work around them yesterday, but it's awkward, especially when it's not been very easy to remove. I thought I could just leave them on, but also can't get a grip with my hands simply. So if you can, okay, so removed one. Now removing the other. Just make sure. Okay. I took a photo so I know where everything goes. Well, not as easy as I thought. I just realized something. There are only on these two, so the others must be missing, but there is a helpful color code here. So you see there are stickers on these ones to tell you, well, which of these go here. That's kind of useful, so I assume it would have been on all the rest. Alright, so screws are out, these are out. Now, ideally, what I want to do is remove this, but I just, for the life of me, could not figure out what's holding. There's some movement, but I'm also not able to grab anything to work. So I was told that there are some sort of, wait, I can't see, this is the thing, can't really see anything. Oh my god. Oh, I literally, this is coming to you after 2 days of trying to work out how to move this thing, and I cannot tell you how I feel. I've just managed to pull out. I'm actually getting really emotional. It's so silly, but it's been a nightmare, even more difficult. I don't want to cuss him, but the mechanic who had a go at who brought this out initially to diagnose the situation clearly must have really screwed this up, because removed all the plastic bits that are meant to be holding, that are meant to be here, that you can just turn with an Allen key to push down on this you can see. And also these, they were meant to be four, they've been removed from all four sides, except actually for this one. So this is the only one that was left. There aren't any, so he also removed them, broke them off, and removed sort of the plastic bits. If he had removed all of them, it probably would have been much easier to bring up, but he left one, which has been causing me all of the stress. I managed to somehow, don't even ask me how, to use this tool to just push down. I could just about see it, so I pushed down enough on the tensioner that you can see here. Let me try and get a better look. So yeah, so I pushed down just enough where I could get it to release. It's quite hard, it's really hard to push, and just try and pry it out on either side slowly until it could wiggle. Now I want to see if there is indeed a wire in the back that's loose. I really hope there is. All right, so a little update. I've actually pulled this out. None of the wires are disconnected. Let me just quickly show you. So everything was in fact connected. I was hoping I'd find something that was disconnected from here, but everything was in place. So I was hoping it wouldn't be the case. I was hoping I'd find something disconnected so I can just put it back and all would be fine again. But nope, everything is intact indeed. So clearly the issue is not in here. So yeah, so we'll put this back, and yeah, and just put everything back. It'll be good to see it all intact. And then I've actually got it booked in on Monday for a specialist to see what is the issue. Okay, just a final update. After picking it up from the garage, the mechanic had a look all through the telephone module and then eventually onto this, and turns out the CD changer had gone completely bust. This is what was causing the lack of sound. It turns out it was a rather cheap fix after all. It was a 20-pound wire that you can see here that loops the system and doesn't allow the system to recognize this and therefore cause the issue. So it loops it and then goes straight, and voila, you have sound. So it was a 26-pound wire, I believe, and plus the labor, it costs all in all about 120 odd pounds, which is you know, an incredible relief, and I obviously wish they had done it sooner. Now I have an extra amplifier that I bought for no reason. Now every garage and everybody I spoke to with regards to this said the amplifier, you know, everybody said the amplifier had gone kaput. So that was everybody's initial thoughts. Luckily mine was somehow fine, so it turns out it was a CJ changer. Now I've got an amplifier that I need to sell because I've got a spare one basically, but for now I've got a sound. Let me just quickly bring you onto it and hear it in all its boast glory, because the sound is so good. We'll only be listening to it for a few seconds before rights issues. Come on, log on. Come Where's the sound? So as you hear, there is sound, and my phone is back to working, which is fantastic. You still get the CD error thing, but that's fine. Everything else is functioning as it should be. So I'm very pleased with that. Again, thanks guys for tuning in. This was a bit of a roller coaster of a ride, but luckily I'm here, and I guess if nothing else, I've learned how to take the seat out and do the amplifier myself, and take this out also. So you know what, gained a lot of experience throughout, and yeah, just thankful for everything at the end. So thanks again, and we'll see you again very soon.